So, the other day, went in to take a shower, and you probably have seen these kind of deals. Shower mounts up here, and then you got a shower head. Down at this end, you've got the nozzle or a hose that comes off that sits another wand in here. And you flip this switch or this valve here to go from one to the other. So the other day, go in to take a shower, and this falls off. Which, I love plastic. It's just the greatest thing ever. They had these little fittings cast in here, and as you can see, both of them sheared off together. And I want to see if I can fix it before I just throw the whole thing away. It seals, with the O-rings. So there's a screw that goes through here, one over here, and I have an idea that might repair that and make it usable. Just because I've got the stuff to do it, I thought I would give it a shot and see if I can repair this. So the tricky part on this is going to be if there's enough material in here to drill a hole over here and one over here. My plan is to tap that, and I'm going to make a brass piece to go in there to replace the two plastic parts, these pieces that snapped off. So that's the plan, and we'll see how well that goes. Trying to walk this over a little bit before I go down. And yes, I could have clamped it into a vise and everything, but I wonder about the quality of what I'm doing here. So we're not going to that much effort right now. And there may be my problem. It actually is hollow. Yeah, well, you can still see that. It's hollow in there, but if what I'm doing works, it won't make any difference. Yeah, we should put these ones over. What am I running into there? Well, so far so good. Okay. So both of those ended up being a through hole, and everything looks like it's still working. So, on to the next part. Tapping those out. Okay, so I drilled these out. And what I'm doing now is running a plug tap down into these. Which, yeah, it's a piece of plastic. It taps pretty easy. And what I'm planning on doing, since I've drilled through into obviously another chamber, I'm going to put pipe joint compound on these, the threaded part that I'm going to put in here, and seal these as they go in. So that part has worked quite well. Use the high pressure air to clean it out. So I'll just see if I've got something that I can screw in there. So after drilling and tapping the hole, what we end up with is I made these little, get the camera to focus on that, this little brass piece. I've got one here that I messed up. That's why. Come on. See if the camera will focus on this. Since my camera died and quit working, those little brass things that I did are now installed, and this is screwed back together. So the next thing will be to put it back on the shower and see if it works. And now that it's focusing right, these are the pieces that I made. This was an extra one because I had to do an alteration in there to make it fit, so I needed to make a new one. But there are two of these that you saw, the holes that I drilled and tapped, and these are what's behind this screw holding this lower piece on. And then when I screwed these in permanently, I used a Permatex number 2 thread or gasket sealer on the threads, because I did drill into a cavity, so I want to make sure that I don't have water coming through there. So hopefully, if it all works, other than my time to make these pieces up, we saw this at Home Depot where it came from originally, and of course you really can't get parts for it, and it was $105 to replace this with the same thing. So if this all works, this is I think worth the effort to redo it, and it should permanently fix it. So here the piece has been reinstalled, and everything has been hooked onto it, and we'll just turn it on. It's running out of the wand, and we have no leaks happening here. And we'll turn that, and now we're flowing out of the shower head, and nothing is leaking. No water coming out of there. So other than drips coming down from above. Yeah. So, all back together. And steamed up. Let the steam go away. Hey, there we go. So, a little bit of fix time and it's all functional again.